Today on Scarymania, I'm going to be talking about The Exorcist, and on my copy of the DVD, it's called The Scariest Movie of All Time. Wow, that's a heavy claim. Shouldn't this be, behind bulletproof glass like they do to the razors at the supermarket? Anyway, this was my first time watching this, and is it the scariest movie of all time? Well, let's find out together. The Exorcist was one of the first horror movies to receive universal critical acclaim, nominated for 10 Academy Awards and winning 2 for Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Sound. It has been billed ever since then as the scariest movie of all time. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I do see where people are coming from. But this movie tells the story of a little girl named Regan, played brilliantly by Linda Blair, who is possessed by the devil himself, or at least one of his henchmen, and a seasoned priest named Father Merrin, played by the late Max von Sydow, may he rest in peace, has to come in and perform an exorcism. This movie was directed by William Friedkin, who 2 years prior to this directed The French Connection with Gene Hackman, and would go on to have a long and lengthy career after this. And this was written by the author of the original book, William Peter Blatty, who also won the Oscar for this screenplay. I think this is the only case of an author of a book writing for the movie script based off of said book and winning an Oscar for it. If you all know of any other similar cases, please comment down below. But like I said, when it comes to the scariest movie of all time, I think that's a completely subjective thing. But in terms of the movie itself, it is actually quite effective. Linda Blair's transformation from Regan, the cute little girl, to the demon from hell is definitely one of the best parts of the movie. She starts off at what everyone hopes their daughter will turn out to be, until she gets possessed and then she turns into, a biker chick. She starts swearing and cursing, spewing fluids everywhere. It's not a pretty sight. The role of Father Merrin was originally supposed to go to Marlon Brando, but William Friedkin nixed that idea immediately, quote, saying that it would turn into a Brando movie. Oh, so it would be immediately obvious that Brando was there just to collect a paycheck and not give a crap? Yeah, I can see why he turned him down. The man behind the special effects was Dick Smith, who before this had done the makeup work for The Godfather. The score for the movie was supposed to be done by a gentleman named Lalo Schifrin, but apparently William Friedkin hated his music so much that he threw the physical score throughout the parking lot and fired him. Seems a little harsh to me. But in the late 90s, Warner Brothers released the unreleased score from Lalo Schifrin, so at least it got released. But the strength of this movie is just how dreadful it all feels. Once Regan becomes possessed, it seems like there is just no way out of it. Even experienced priests like Karras and Merrin try their hardest, but they just barely eke out something against this demon. And while I believe that The Exorcist is not necessarily the scariest movie of all time, I think it's definitely worthy of that conversation.